Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside and take a look outside our beautiful weather window on this Wednesday. Lots of sunshine out there. And finally, our temperatures back to where they should be for this time of year in the mid-70s. And this gorgeous shot provided by our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. It's our cross camera. And all across north central Washington, a nice day today. And I think we've got one more in us, and that'll be tomorrow. We will see a steady increase in clouds on Thursday. It will be nice and warm. And then by Thursday night, it's going to get wet. And that's going to last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and most likely into Sunday. We're going to see cooler weather too. Our best day looks to be Memorial Day. And we'll talk more about your weather coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A Mattawa man held two suspected burglars at gunpoint early Tuesday morning until law enforcement could arrive. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help pay for the funeral expenses and burial of the 14-year-old girl who drowned Sunday in the Entiat River. And social welfare projects in the Wenatchee Valley are lining up for potential federal aid dollars. But first, our top story tonight, a standoff with a man wanted on a felony warrant that began yesterday afternoon outside Loomis was ended late this morning without the suspect being arrested. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Office said the standoff began about 3:44 p.m. in the Totes Coulee area when deputies heard a gunshot as they arrived to serve a felon in possession of a firearm warrant on 43-year-old Jason Courtlever. Okanagan County Sheriff Tony Hawley said it's not known if the shot was targeting law enforcement. Courtlever reportedly had earlier been involved in a dispute with neighbors. Numerous agencies have been involved in the standoff, including the East Cascades SWAT team out of Chelan and Douglas counties. Hawley said this morning there's been difficulty getting armored vehicles into position to end the standoff because of a rock slide on that road. A Mattawa man held two suspected burglars at gunpoint early yesterday morning until law enforcement could arrive. The property owner had received notification of an intrusion alarm just before 3 a.m. at one of his shops on Road 23 Southwest just outside of Mattawa. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said the property owner confronted two men as they came out of the shop and, fearing they were armed, fired a shot in the air. He then held the two men at gunpoint until a sheriff's deputy arrived. 26-year-old Brandon Medina Perez and 28-year-old Luis Vasquez Moriguin, both of Mattawa, were arrested for investigation of second-degree burglary and second-degree malicious mischief. Also, the two men could face additional charges after it was discovered they were driving a stolen vehicle. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help pay for the funeral expenses and burial of the 14-year-old girl who drowned Sunday in the Entiat River. The fundraiser was set up by Guadalupe Sanchez, the mother of Yulissa Nunez Sanchez, who fell into the fast-moving river at the Lake Creek campground about 4:15 p.m. on Sunday. Guadalupe Sanchez says she's not in an economic position to offer her child a proper burial. More than 40 rescue personnel responded to the scene. A Chelan County Sheriff's Office helicopter crew spotted the girl downstream from the campground, and ground crews used a rope system and ladders to reach her, but it was too late. In other news, social welfare projects in the Wenatchee Valley are lining up for potential federal aid dollars. Community project funding earmarks allow members of Congress to request federal allocations for local development. Both 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse and 8th District Representative Kim Schreier have singled out the memory care expansion at Heritage Heights in Lake Chelan. The nonprofit Senior Living Center wants to offer services to clients living with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. It's already received $1 million from the State Commerce Department. If approved for both congressional requests, Heritage Heights could gain as much as $1.6 million more. Other project requests on Schreier's list include $3 million for food distribution efforts by the Chelan-Douglas Community Action Council and $200,000 to renovate supportive housing units owned by the Wenatchee Valley YWCA. Well, in late news this afternoon, Governor Jay Inslee tested positive for COVID-19 today. The governor's office said Inslee is experiencing very mild symptoms, including a cough. Inslee is fully vaccinated, including 2 booster shots, the first in October of 2021 and the second in March of 2022. In a press release, his office said Inslee is working from home. Well, when we come back, a Wenatchee concert Sunday raised an estimated $22,000 to benefit Ukrainian refugees relocating in north central Washington. The Wenatchee School District will join a class action lawsuit against makers of e-cigarettes. Local Washington State Department of Transportation workers have been honored for their heroics. We'll tell you about that. And a Washington Elementary School 5th grader has been named to the AAA School Safety Patrol Hall of Fame. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Welcome back. In another news, a Wenatchee concert on Sunday raised an estimated $22,000 to benefit Ukrainian refugees relocating in north central Washington. The Glad Song concert at Grace Lutheran Church drew about 300 people and included a singing of the Ukraine national anthem by about 30 refugees who have relocated to the area. The concert helped boost the local Friends of Ukraine Refugees fundraising effort to about $50,000. About 30 Ukraine refugees and 4 families from the Ukraine-Russia war have located in Wenatchee within the last 2 months, some within the last 2 weeks. Another 40 in 7 families are in Moses Lake and Soap Lake. Well, the Wenatchee School District will join a class action lawsuit against makers of e-cigarettes. The school board voted unanimously yesterday to seek compensation from vape company Juul and its major investor Altria for making nicotine products more accessible to kids. The lawsuit already involves more than 600 school districts in 30 states. Superintendent Paul Gordon says vaping has become a constant concern in Wenatchee schools.
Up in the high school, it's one of the bigger issues confronting our high schools. We're also seeing it in the middle schools, but high school is where it's very prevalent. So this lawsuit looks to hold Juul accountable. They're hoping that through any monetary damages that would be collected through Juul, that districts will be able to support through funding education, nicotine abuse education, support for interventions for districts, and a multitude of other ideas, including vape detectors within the bathrooms. Students have become very creative with vaping. There are clothing companies out there that literally make it accessible right there in your clothing. So it's super hard to detect, and it's for our principals and assistant principals and others in our schools. It really is whack-a-mole right now.
Well, you might remember the story we brought you last week about promotions and commendations handed out to Washington State Patrol troopers in Wenatchee. But also honored were 3 Washington State Department of Transportation workers for their part in rescuing a missing woman trapped in the snow on Blewett Pass. Aaron Bird, Kobe Todd, and Gunner Lance located 68-year-old Linnell McFarland last November 4 days after her car went over an embankment and left her stranded there 40 feet down from the roadway. Their quick work led Chelan County firefighters and rescue workers to the scene, and McFarland was brought out of the crash scene to be treated for injuries and exposure. She was released from the hospital just over a week later. The 3 DOT employees received life-saving awards from the agency's North Central Administrator, David Birschbach, and Washington State Patrol Chief, John Batiste. Well, as we go to break, a Washington Elementary School 5th grader has been named to the AAA School Safety Patrol Hall of Fame. Mason Parr joins 9 other students from throughout the state in receiving the 2022 honor. Parr was praised for his positive attitude and team-first mentality. He also helps to train new traffic patrollers and assisted his safety patrol supervisor, Cody Wright, in revamping the current duty patrols and rotations, which Wright said helped create a more streamlined and efficient system. Parr was nominated for the award by Wright and responded to a series of essay questions. Congratulations. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, the shortage of baby formula in the United States has grown so extreme that it's being airlifted into the country by presidential order. Contamination in formula shut down an Abbott factory in Michigan and may have sickened 4 infants, and the FDA found the facility was lacking proper sanitation. A U.S. House Oversight Subcommittee opened hearings into the matter today, and 8th District Congress member Kim Schreier had questions for the FDA commissioner.
Is there any early warning system for products like baby formula? Not just the ingredients, but for formula itself, where manufacturer would let you know if they're running short or anticipate a shortage?
But no, there is not such a warning system. We repeatedly asked for that authority and have not been granted it. The industry, by and large, has opposed it. And
would that authority, for example, come from Congress? Is that something that we can do and work to make sure it happens?
That's what I'm referring to. It will require congressional authorization for that to happen. I just want to go further to say, I was at Google. I know what digital technology can do. There's no reason that we don't put together a national system to enable us to do stress testing on the supply chain for critical products like this, just like we have for banks.
You made some pretty damning comments about the conditions in that plant that were found in the 2021 inspection. And then I read the whistleblower report, and my gosh, that makes me really worried. And you've said that, you've put in hundreds of requirements that they need to fulfill before that can be opened safely. But I got to tell you, when I read about falsification of records, swabbing empty cans, not really reporting on differing weights in cans, it feels like there's just corruption from the top down in that plant. Are you insisting on a full change of staff, management, employees, and how are you going to oversee this so that we feel confident when this opens that we're getting clean, safe formula?
With regard to the specifics of what you said, every step of the way, we will be there until we're comfortable, not just that the plant is physically okay, but that the systems and people are the right people to be in place to make sure, you know, that we can't inspect every batch of every element or every plant every month.
Right.
So we have to depend on quality systems.
Let's take a look now at your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a good one. Really no complaints weather-wise out there. Beautiful shot from our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights, looking down at the beautiful Wenatchee Valley. Some high clouds out there, but lots of blue sky today. And I'll tell you what, it was an anomaly today. Something happened that doesn't normally happen. We were exactly where we should be for highs and lows for this time of year. 74 today and 51 was our low this morning. 93 our record high. That was in 1992. Record low 39 degrees, and that was in 1984. A little bit of that misty rain late yesterday afternoon gave us a trace of moisture, but we're still at 4.01 inches since January 1st. Sunrise 5:13, and our sunsets tonight at 8:43. Taking a look at your Wednesday or Thursday temperatures, I should say. Did I say hope you had a great Tuesday? I hope you had a great Wednesday. Tomorrow's highs for Thursday, our first 80-degree reading. Moses Lake at 80 possibly tomorrow. 79 in Ephrata, 78 degrees for you folks in Quincy. Wenatchee will see about 76, so a couple of ticks above where we were today. 74 in Leavenworth and 75 beautiful degrees for you folks in Entiat tomorrow. Tonight we can expect mostly cloudy skies. It's because of this area of low pressure. A high pressure now has moved inland into western Montana, and that's allowing some of those clouds to move our way, and that will really bring some cloudiness on Thursday with mostly cloudy conditions. Not so much rain showers during the day, but by the time we get into the evening hours, here we go. Maybe even some thunderstorms around the Palouse on Thursday. Nice though, with highs in the mid-70s. For Friday, we will see partly cloudy skies. It's going to be windy on Friday as well. We're talking about a 30% chance of rain. Cooler too, with high temperatures only in the upper 60s, and even cooler than that on Saturday. We'll see mostly cloudy skies. A good chance for, once again, late in the afternoon showers into our early evening. Will that move up and hit us on Saturday? We'll have to wait and see, but highs Saturday only in the mid-60s. On Sunday, that's our wettest day. Cloudy skies, rain likely throughout the day. It will be cool with highs only in the mid-60s. Not a very nice Memorial Day weekend, is it? Until we get to Memorial Day. Partly cloudy skies then on Monday. We'll see warmer temperatures with highs near 70 degrees, and it looks like we'll stay that way on Tuesday too, with mostly sunny conditions. All of Washington will enjoy some sunshine. It will be warmer on Tuesday with highs back in where we should be into the mid-70s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 53 tonight, nice tomorrow, but remember, evening rain showers for Thursday and 76, a 30% chance of rain Friday and 68 degrees, mostly cloudy, maybe an evening shower Saturday and 64. As we get you into the heart of a Memorial Day weekend on Sunday, that will be a wet one. Cloudy skies, rain likely and 65, and then things get better. Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, 71 Monday and 74, your high temperature on Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro? You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Kyle Lewis made a triumphant return for the Mariners last night with 2 hits, but not enough as Oakland came out on top by a final of 7-5. Lewis was back in the lineup for the first time in 368 days after 3 knee surgeries in the past 2 seasons. He banged out a couple of singles as the designated hitter. Julio Rodriguez hit a 2-run homer, and Ty France drove in 3, but the bullpen faltered after George Kirby struck out 9 over 5 innings.
Into center field for a base hit. Trammell scores. Winker pedals past second. On his way to third. He's being waved home. Jesse Winker strides across the plate. And who else? Ty France has evened the score at 2 in the bottom of the third. On the ground, left side and into left field. Kyle Lewis picks up his first base hit of 2022. It's a 2-out single to left field. That's got to feel good for the former American League Rookie of the Year. He's aboard with 2 outs.
Yep, with a lean, but not going. That ball's hit deep to right field. Trammell's back. Trammell's at the wall, and that baby's gone.
Julio with a high, towering fly ball. Pinder out of room. Gone! Julio again! Back-to-back nights with a jack for the 21-year-old. His 5th of the season puts the Mariners in front in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Got the lead, excuse me. Elvis smokes one to left field, and that baby's gone. So Elvis Andrus with his 2nd home run of the year, and we're tied. Line drive toward the gap. It's going to get down for a hit. Murphy headed for third, and the ball gets away from Rodriguez out in deep left center field, and Murphy's going to come around to score, and the A's grab the lead. Toward right field, Moore going back, still going back. It's over his head, up against the wall. Elvis will score. Barrera comes through, clapping his hands at second base, and it's a 7-5 A's lead. Here it is. And he got him. Another breaking ball, and he strikes out Rodriguez.
Manager Scott Service says George Kirby was dominant at times on the mound, but did make a few mistakes. The bullpen didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, a lot to unpack in that game. Really, back and forth early. Both starters, gave up some runs. I thought they were throwing pretty good at different times in the game. I thought, starting with George, I think he had 9 strikeouts tonight, so stuff was plenty good. Just, a couple mistakes here or there hurt him. Obviously, the 2-run homer and then the pitch count got up on him tonight. We're hoping to get him a little bit deeper in the game as we were a little thin in the bullpen tonight. But, he kept us in the game, and, we did enough offensively, to have a lead there. Just, got away from us in the 7th. A couple guys have been struggling, in our bullpen. We're trying to get them going. Thought we were going to find a way to hold it right there, and unfortunately we didn't. And that's been the story of a lot of these tight games late, which was really what we were so good at, throughout the season last year. And we've gotten away, from just attacking the strike zone. We got behind in counts again tonight, and it really hurt us.
The Mariners and A's were wrapping up that 3-game set with an afternoon game at T-Mobile Park. Robbie Ray trying to help the Mariners win a series for the first time in 2 weeks. Seattle was down early in that one, 1-0 on a home run. By the way, interesting note, the Seattle pitching staff have allowed 60 home runs this season. That is worst in Major League Baseball. Now checking the American League West scoreboard, Kyle Tucker's 3-run home run highlighted a 4-run 5th inning for Houston in the Astros 7-3 win over Cleveland. Noah Syndergaard pitched 8 innings of 1-run ball to lead the Angels past Texas 5-3. Houston's lead remains a game over Los Angeles and is now 10 games in front of Seattle. Well, 14 golfers from North Central Washington were able to make the cut and advance to day 2 of state tournaments around Washington on Monday. Tuesday. Eastmont's Cal Anderson shot a first-round 75 at Indian Summer Country Club. Wenatchee's Quinton Ward and Max Yount also will be part of second-round action after an 82 and 83, respectively. Gonzaga Prep's Alex Cook was the clubhouse leader after a first-round 68. Ashley Willoughby battled through a tough day 1 with a 91 to make it to day 2 at Hawks Prairie Golf Course. She and the rest of the field will be chasing Union's Jade Gruer, who shot a first-round 70. Ephrata is in good shape in the 2A boys tournament at Capital City Golf Club after getting 3 players under the cut. Carter Burns shot a 75, Max Hewitt an 80, and Kenji Pickerel an 83 to advance to the second round today. Centralia's Vaughn Wasson had the low score of a 69. How about that on Monday? Tuesday. Yes, I keep going back to Monday for some reason. Tigers' Jamie Dwight is the lone Ephrata girls player remaining for day 2 at Tumwater Valley Golf Club after an opening round 89. White River's Brooke Jelinas starts the day with the lead after firing a 69 yesterday. Chelan's Joey Gasper and Carson Clinton each shot respectable 78s in the first round of the state 1A tournament at Indian Canyon in Spokane. They'll be chasing Bear Creek's Ryder Odom after his first round 65. Quincy's Emily Whirl is the lone female left for North Central Washington at the 1A girls tournament. Charles Wright Academy's Emerson Walker, the leader after an opening round 75. Also, Oroville's Kane Booker and Will Moreau made it through to the second round of the state 1B, 2B tournament at Deer Park after opening rounds of 83 and 84, respectively. Okanagan's Riley Moore made the cut at 92. They'll be chasing Orcas Highlands' Burley Hildreth, who shot an opening round 72. And none of the Waterville-Mansfield girls were able to make the cut in the state 1B, 2B tournament. LaConner's Emma Worgum starts the day in first place after an opening round 75. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And before we end the newscast tonight, let's take a look and check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks very much, Grant. Bird scooters are right here in Wenatchee. Not in East Wenatchee yet, but they're here in Wenatchee. And, by golly, we went down to the big rollout event in downtown Wenatchee. We had a chance to talk to the mayor of Wenatchee. We had a chance to talk to one of the people associated with the Bird Company. We had a chance to talk to Captain Edgar Reinfeld of the Wenatchee Police Department about their safety concerns and how they're dealing with some people who aren't playing by the rules. Bird scooters. It's going to be a great conversation. The first of 2 parts will air on tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Can't wait for that. Grant, back to you.
We'll be watching, Dan. Thank you very much. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCWLIFE. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand and Succession wines to North Central Washington. There's a huge market here and market potential that NCWLIFE is able to help us capture, spread who we are, and tell the world about what Succession does, and they are a great avenue for that.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by